Backhand by Iga. Emma with the forehand long, and that's it. Iga
Yeah.
Swiatek. Iga Swiatek is the winner. It's been a valiant display by Emma Raducanu in that match, a real contest.
Yeah.
The 2021 US Open champion has been defeated by the 2022 US Open champion.
Yeah, right.
On the clay in Stuttgart, the Iga train on the clay continues to roll on. She had hunt for a third title in its arena, and a third Porsche continues. She will play Elena Rybakina next in the semi-final, with the winner of that contest taking on the winner of the Coco Golf match, which is just later on tonight, or Marketa Vondrousova, who was in the other semi-final. Emma, though, can, as you probably gather from the stream, can sort of cover herself with a degree of glory. It has been an absolutely brilliant last few days for the Brit, winning 4 matches on the trot before unfortunately losing out here. And we have the one and only Damien Hirst coming and joining the stream. Hey, Damien.
Hey, definitely a nice showing from Emma. Yeah, 70 minutes first set. I mean, you could definitely say that this falls into this category of like most Swiatek matches, where for a while she kind of struggles with her range. She makes some errors that could be avoided. Then eventually she starts dominating, but Emma kept up with her, right? Like it was still, yeah. I caught that, John, as well. Emma was still keeping up with her in the second set. There was some amazing fight in there. You pretty much knew that the match is done, but she kept going. It's not going to be her favorite play style, just tracking down shots and struggling against the weight of shot of the opponent. It's kind of what she had to do against Sabalenka as well at Indian Wells. But she is getting pretty good at it. And I mean, she's a fantastic athlete too. Of course, when she gets stronger physically, this will get slightly easier. And I mean, how do you get stronger physically? You play a week like this, right?
Absolutely. And Jamie, what do you think will be? What do you think Emma could take? What do you think Emma's going to be able to do based off the brilliant week that she's had? Certainly, like we say, from the Billie Jean King Cup, moving over to Stuttgart. What do you think is in store for her? Certainly for the clay season.
Yeah, loads of positives. I mean, she's played. I think she's played 5 matches over the last 7 days and won 4 of them. So she would absolutely have taken that. And she's pushed the hardest testing, in women's tennis, like Iga Swaitek on clay, and she's made her work hard for it. Iga didn't kind of just roll her over. Emma made her work hard for it, particularly in the first set, but even in the second set as well. She was holding on to her service games, and she had a real chance of maybe having a break point as well at the end there with the line judge call, when it seemed like Iga hit a shot out, it was called in, and then Iga held. So yeah, loads of positives for Emma, I think, and she's got a lot to look forward to. As you said, I think she'd expect to get a wild card, I think, probably next week as well. So yeah, have a few days rest, and she's got a lot to look back on. And a lot to look forward and look forward with confidence.
I mean, Damien. So based on what you've seen from Emma, do you think she has a future on the clay surface?
On a clay court like this, yes. When you have a slicker, faster surface, absolutely. At Roland Garros, I don't think she'll be that much of a factor, but it's still important to get through these tournaments mostly. Of course, on the WTA Tour, we currently have this kind of weird balance where the first 2 big events are fast clay, and then the slow clay actually doesn't take up that much of the season, which is really good for Emma. After that, you're going to have grass, the North American hard courts. It's all out there for her to get stronger and build up for the latter part of the season. Obviously, you never know how her health is going to be. It's been a major issue, needless to say. But I think going forwards, if it's Stuttgart, if it's Madrid, yeah, I expect her to be a factor.
By the way, what do we think Emma has to do to get her picture up on Google? On the Google stats, she still hasn't got a picture.
No, she might just call Google. I mean, if we tried to call Google, they probably wouldn't respond. I mean, we wouldn't even find a number. But if you're Emma Raducanu, she can probably call, I don't know, Bill Gates, and say, "Hi, Bill, you want to get my picture up?" So yeah, maybe that's the trick.
No, it's certainly be a trick. And Damien, what? And we're going to ask Jamie this as well. I mean, Iga, she's actually been run close against Mertens and now against Raducanu in both these two matches. Is this expected, or is this run of the mill for the start of the clay season, or do you think there could be potentially some potential, as the rest of the tour maybe catching up to her?
I mean, whatever happened today or against Mertens, tomorrow she's playing Rybakina, which is 100% different matchup. So I don't think her form in these two matches has any relevance for tomorrow. For starters, I was always kind of surprised by her perfect record in Stuttgart. I think there's quite a lot of potential for especially a big hitter to take her down here. I mean, this was probably most evidently displayed by Lyudmila Samsonova in 2022, Karolina Pliskova even to an extent last year. So, I mean, I don't really feel like she's going to be that confident ahead of tomorrow against Rybakina. I feel like there's a definite upset potential there, but it wouldn't be anything wrong really to lose to Rybakina on this sort of court profile. I think she clearly moves extremely well on this surface. Perhaps the fact that it's so slick even helps her out there, but I still want to sort of see how she handles someone as as powerful and as also as sort of like flat hitting as Rybakina tomorrow. But if she makes it through the semi, she probably claims the title. And the most important events of the clay season, or at least actually in her case, like the one most important event of the clay season is coming up, and it's going to be very different conditions where I expect her to be more comfortable.
So Jamie, how do you think what's your take on tomorrow's semi-final? So when it comes to Rybakina versus Swiatek, how do you expect it to go? Do you think any the key parts of maybe any of them's game that could be a deciding factor in how it could play out?
Yeah. I mean, I agree with Damien. I think it would be obviously a big step up, won't it, compared to what Iga's faced, so far this week. But I do expect Iga to come through, and I wouldn't be really at all concerned, to be honest, with kind of how she's playing, or she's kind of just getting in the groove. She's getting the wins, and I don't think there's any cause for concern, to be honest, in this Swiatek camp.
Cool. And I mean, good to reflect also on the two matches that we've had already with regards to Stuttgart. So what do you make of the fact of Marketa Vondrousova being able to get past Sabalenka? I mean, I know Sabalenka hasn't been in great form in recent times, but it's still quite a big scout for Vondrousova to be able to get, even on the clay court.
I mean, Vondrousova, of course, currently is like 50% of her ranking, even above 50% of her ranking is Wimbledon. So she really needs to get something going. And maybe it will actually help her that last year her clay season was like kind of average. Despite, I think last year for every single big clay event, we were saying that she is one of the dark horses, probably alongside with Muchova. Muchova, of course, did something amazing at the French, but like Vondrousova, it never actually happened for her before Wimbledon. So that's actually kind of good for her now because she has a lot to gain during the clay swing, save a lot of these points that she will sort of probably drop at Wimbledon. I'm not really expecting her to pick up one more title, but of course, if she does, fantastic for her. But yeah, all in all, Sabalenka has been a mess since the Australian Open. What sort of reasons we have for it? I mean, we could name plenty probably, but she still has that incredible Grand Slam streak. She won the most important event this year, so it's kind of like for now, her results don't really matter for the moment because she's got that Australian Open in the bag. But of course, soon enough, if that slump continues, then yes, we will actually start looking at Sabalenka as someone who has potentially fallen off maybe a little bit. But yeah, for now, I mean, there's been one Grand Slam event this year, and she won it.
I think, and I'll wrap up, and I'll do one quick question on myself when it comes to Sabalenka. I think Madrid will be a key test. It's the one clay event that she tends to do very well at out of all the other clay events, and she's unable to.
Stuttgart as well, right? I mean, 3 finals in a row.
Stuttgart as well. If she's unable to get a deep run at Madrid, then potentially some questions can start to be asked. We've got to wrap up because we've got Kira coming on for the last match, the Coco Gauff match. But with the players we've got left, who's winning Stuttgart? I want one name. Jamie, start with you.
I mean, looking at that record there, I can't really not say Iga. So 10-0, I'm gonna go for Iga.
You're going
No
to get
surprise.
Dave, and then Damien. Who are you going for?
The winner of Swiatek Rybakina.
Oh, come on! I need a name, Damien. I'm not having the fence sitter here.
That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, if I would be lying if I gave you a name, like I would straight up be lying if I gave you a name.
Hitting the morals with me there, Damien, to get out of that bit there. Okay, we will wrap up here, but thank you everyone for coming and joining the stream. Thank you, Jamie, for popping on a bit later, and then also Damien to come and wrap it up. And it's Damien Kirst, not Damien Hirst. Unfortunately, we don't have the multi-millionaire with us. That's a real shame anyway. But we've had all three of us. Do join in for the last match, and see you when we see you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all